What's up? Hey guys, before we get started, I just want to say thank you so much for following me on this channel. I love the support, the engagement, the conversations that are happening. It's really encouraging to keep going, so thank you.
I'm being exotic, she's robotic, so we can make billions from building a hobby.
So apologies for the late post. I meant to do this at the top of the year. I've got some time today, so I'll go ahead and do this now. Listen, I've seen other people talk about goal setting. For me, what I do best when it comes to goal setting, I either write it down or in this case, I'm gonna speak it out into the universe. I'm a strong believer in manifestation. 99% of everything that I've ever been able to obtain, I strongly believe that I've manifested it in my life. I'm a strong believer of thoughts can become things, and if you want something bad enough, that you'll get it. I use this mantra often: if it only takes effort or time, yo, I've got that all day to give.
I could do this all.
So without further ado, here's my top 10 list of books that I'm going to be hunting down for the year 2024. Number 10 on my list is Fantastic Four, number 52. This is the first appearance of the Black Panther. I'm specifically looking for this book in a CGC 6.0 universal grade. I used to have this book, one of the first Black Silver Age comic book heroes introduced in Fantastic Four. Very big book for me. Looking forward to getting it. Number 10 on my list. Number 9 on my list is also a Silver Age book. That's Amazing Spider-Man number 33 in a CGC 6.0 universal. I've had this book in a 9.2 white pages before. It was one of my first early books, and I bought it because I love the cover. Beautiful Steve Ditko artwork, and I just can't get enough of it. Definitely need to have that in a 6.0. Number 8 on my list is NYX number 3, the first appearance of Lord Kinney, aka X-23. I need that in a CGC 9.8 universal. I have this thing for a lot of the new age characters like Miss Marvel, Young Avengers, Miles Morales, and I'd like to capture those books in a 9.8. They were a part of a era in comics that people were so upset about when they were first introduced, and a lot of them went on to be beloved characters today. Some of them we're even seeing in the MCU at this point. I actually love the NYX run. It introduces another character as the protagonist, so to speak, in the book.
What?
Awesome book, awesome read. If you haven't checked it out, looking for that in a 9.8. Next book I'm looking for, number 7 on my list, is Giant Size X-Men number 1. I'm looking for that, you guessed it, in a CGC 6.0 universal. It was one of my first Grails, and the first Grail that I got in a 6.0. It was actually a 6.0 signature series that I traded into when I was very early into my comic book collecting. And Giant Size X-Men number 1 is the point where the series really took off, when they started introducing all these new characters: Nightcrawler, Colossus, Storm. Number 6 is a book that I've owned before as well. It's Hulk number 180, the first cameo appearance of the Wolverine. I need that in a CGC Universal 6.0. I actually had a set of 180 through 182, all in a CGC 6.0. I'm looking to reacquire that now that I've got a job and I've got time on my hands. So definitely gonna get 182, but 180 is also on the list. Number 5 on our list is Ultimate Fallout 4, the first appearance of Miles Morales. This is something that I'm looking for in a CGC 9.8 universal. I used to have this book in a CGC 9.8 signature series, and it was actually signed by Sarah Pichelli, which is really dope because she's one of the co-creators of Miles Morales. And I kind of traded out of it when the book was like at an all-time high. It was close to $3,000 at the time. I definitely didn't spend $3,000 getting into the book, but I definitely got my trade value out of it. The book's a little cheaper now. It's probably about half, if not less than that now. A lot of people are speculating on the book. I don't care about that. I just really like the character. I definitely love the cover. Something that's gotta be in my collection. I'm on the hunt.
Light the fires. The great hunt begins.
Number 4 on our list is a Grail that's on a lot of people's lists. It's Hulk number 181. This is the first full appearance of Wolverine. You guessed it, looking for that in a CGC 6.0 universal. So the first time I got this book, I traded into it. I ended up getting a 4.0. I ended up trading out of it, and then I won a waffle for another 4.0, which was kind of nuts.
I'm lucky.
That's not a superpower.
Yeah, it is.
No, it really isn't.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
Told you.
Get out of my head!
I'll tell you later. Most recently, I had it in a 6.0 in my 6.0 set, my Wolverine set. Definitely top 5 Grail book that I'm looking for this year, and I'm pretty positive that I'll be able to obtain it. So stay tuned and watch me work. Number 3 on our list is Avengers #1, the first team appearance of the Avengers. I do not care what grade it's in. Probably above a 1.0. I'm gonna be happy. I've owned this book before, twice. One of my prized jewels that I've owned. Very sad that I sold it, but what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Number 2 on my list is a huge Silver Age book. I couldn't believe I owned this book. I had it in a CGC 2.0 Universal. I just felt so privileged to own this book. It was Daredevil #1, the first appearance of Daredevil. My dad used to tell me these stories about him and his best friend Dee Dee, and he would always role play as Daredevil, and my dad would role play as Spider-Man, and they would go around the streets of Chicago fighting crime and stuff. Well, I love the fact that I was able to get a Daredevil 1. It's a huge book, one of those heroes that is just now recently getting the respect he deserves, very much so thanks to the Netflix series. No doubt that Daredevil Born Again is going to be a huge hit. Very, very happy that I had it and looking forward to getting that again. Which brings me to number 1 on my list. This is the book I never thought that I'd own, and it's a book that I never thought that I'd sell, but I did, and it hurt. X-Men #1. This is the first appearance of the X-Men. I own this book in a 2.0. It was a beautiful book. It's a book that I actually traded into. I'm looking to buy it outright this time. I'm looking for a CGC Universal. I'm not really particular about what grade. As long as it's a 2.0 and up, I'd be happy. Selling that book was such a heartbreaker because I just felt like I'd never be able to get it again, but I think that it's very, very likely that I'll be able to get this book pretty soon, actually. You guys should know this book if you don't. First appearance of Cyclops, Jean Grey, Beast, Iceman, Angel, Magneto, and first appearance of Professor Xavier. These are staple characters in Marvel lore, especially in Mutantdom. Very, very huge book that I'm looking forward to getting it again and never letting it go. So yeah, that's my list of books that I want to get in 2024. I'm going to try to stay away from a lot of strays here and there. I really want to get these books back in my collection. But what books are you guys hunting down this year? You got a Grail list of your own? Post it in the comments below. And while you're at it, leave a like and subscribe for more unpopular opinions and nerd content. Until next time,